Yes, let me start our practical. I hope that my screen is visible. Please confirm the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today we are going to find some of our system responses. See the flow. Let first we started with the signals. We developed the sum of a signals, basic of a signals, operation on the signals. Then we move on the systems. We find the system output in form of a convolution. Now we are moving on the system responses. So actually the systems having different kind of a responses. If I give a name of a some of our important responses, so that's called the impulse response, step response, frequency response, magnitude response. These are the some of important responses you must know for the system. If any unknown system is given to you, so you must able to find out the system responses in form of impulse, steps, frequency, and magnitude. So one by one, today I concentrate on a impulse and step response. So on your screen, that is the algorithm is that how to develop M file or algorithm to find out impulse response of any system. But before going on to the algorithm, let me first define what is the impulse response. Anybody have any idea? What is the impulse response first? What is your understanding about the impulse response? Give your response so I have an idea from where I have to start.
So it is out the unit impulse input.
Mm, unit step or unit impulse. Okay. Uh, are you aware about that impulse signal? If you remember that in a very first lab, we develop different signals. That is the impulse signal, step signals. So you aware about that the impulse signals. Impulse signals we define in terms of a mathematical algorithm. I define as a del of t is 1 at t is equal 0. Okay. Are you remember this? This is your impulse signals. But here we are talking about impulse response. So simple meaning of a impulse response is if I'll give the impulse signals, if I'll give a impulse signals to the system, okay, if I'll give a impulse signal to the systems, whatever the output we are getting from the systems, that output is called the impulse response. So the simple meaning is that if I am applying an impulse signal to the systems, whatever the output I am getting, that is called a impulse response. Is it right? Same way, if I want to define the steps response, if I want to define the step response, that meaning is that I would need to apply a step signal as an input. We already know that the step signals, how we define the step signals, u of t is 1 for t greater than equal 0. So that is the definition of a unit step signals. So if I applied the unit step signal to the systems, whatever the output I'll get of that system is called a step response. Is it clear about the definition of a unit impulse response and unit step response?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So after this definition, let me move on to the actual practical how we implement. So actually, uh, we make a one program M file to perform or to find this impulse response. So here on your screen, I suggest the algorithm. Uh, in that algorithm, I explain that how you can find the impulse response of any unknown system. Okay, if you have any unknown system is given to you, and if you want to find the impulse response of that system, so how you can find? So first, let we go to the algorithm. So there are the 10 steps. First, that will be a starts. Basically, in the start step, you need to first define the system. So for defining a system, you need a input coefficient. Okay, means you need a input signal. So in a second steps, we are going to define your input signals in form of an input coefficient. So that is the x of n. Okay, so the x of n for an impulse response, my x of n should be a 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, we know that at n is equal 0, that will be a 1. So we are generating, ultimately we are generating a impulse signals. So using the first three steps, that will be a repetition of your first practical. In a first practical, we already learned that how to generate a impulse signals. So using a first three set, we are generating a impulse signals that is 1 0 0 0, or you can directly enter a vector 1 0 0 0. So that is the impulse signals. Okay. Now in the four steps, we are going to define the system itself. Okay. We need to define the systems on for which we are going to find the output or a response. So how we can define? How we can define the systems? So to define the systems, we need to enter the coefficient of the system. Okay, that I'll show you that how you can enter the systems in a MATLAB. So here in a four steps, we are entering the coefficient of the systems. Then now you have a system is defined. You have a system is defined. You have an input is already defined, the impulse signals. Now, uh, the turn is that from the output side. Now you have to going to find out the output of that systems. So, to find out the output here, I suggest that the function that you use that is a filter function. So in a MATLAB, I will show you that what is the task of a filter function when you go into the MATLAB. So the next step is that we need to use a filter function to find out the output. Actually, it is an inbuilt function, filter function. You can use an inbuilt function also, or you can also develop your own function. I think last time we find out the convolution to finding the output. So same program is also work to find the output. Ultimately, we need a system output. So system output you can also find using a convolution. So here in a fifth steps, you can use a previous program also. That will be we last time we use means before your exam we'll use that will be a convolution or a output of a LTI systems, or you can use a ready-made filter function. Okay. Now on the fifth steps, you are getting the output of a systems. Now the next thing is that uh, okay, so up to 5 steps that will be for your impulse response. Now the next is you are going to plot that response, whatever the response you are getting in the steps number 5 that you are going to plot. So that will be a graph. You are getting a graph in the steps number 6. Okay, so 1 to 6 that is for an impulse response. Now from 7th one we are going to shift to the step response. So again the same steps is that instead of a impulse response we are going to generate a step signals. So in the 7 steps we are going to generate a step signals. Then again we are using the same function, filter function, to finding a output. Okay, then we are going to plot the step response. That's it. Okay, So this I'm just opening the MATLAB in my. Okay, so now I think we need to switch on the MATLAB. Here on your screen, you can also see that what function we have to use. So mainly for this program, main function is a filter function. So the filter function, the syntax of a filter function, that will be a simple y is equals filter, filter, filter in a round bracket, b, a, and x. Now here, let me define what is a b, a. So the b and a, that will be your numerator denominator coefficient of your systems. B, that will be a numerator, A is your denominator, and X is your input. Okay. Now I think the MATLAB is open. So again, I need to switch my screen. Wait a minute, I am switching the screen to the MATLAB. Yes, the MATLAB is visible on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so first, I'm show you that the function, a filter function. So you can take a help, and in the help, you can write a filter simply. Okay. So the help box is opening. In the search documentation, you can write a simply filter. Okay, so there are the various options are that is a filter 1D filter object filter. Just I am using one of the signals. Okay, so you can see that this function we are going to use y is equals filter b comma x. Another form is also given that, but right now we are using only the first form. Description is also given. Some of our example are also given. You can see the example also. I'll just keep it on the full screen mode. Okay. So here you can see that uh, the example, first I explain that whatever the example given, then we move to develop our impulse response. So here you can see that in the example that will be a t is given to you. So the t range is that is from minus pi to pi in step of 100. So here it will be a one linspace command is used to define the t time scale. Linspace minus pi to pi in steps of 100. So it start from minus pi and it end at a plus pi in steps of 100 hundreds. Okay. Now we are taking the signal that will be a sinusoidal signals, that is the sine of t plus 0.25 some of a random signals. So that will be R and D rand in a bracket size of t. So here we are using a t which we already defined. Okay. Now the systems in terms of a numerator denominator coefficient. So here you can see that my A is 1. Okay, and the B is that is
सर
0.2. Yes.
सर एक्चुअली मैटलैब मींस मैटलैब में कुछ लिखा हुआ नहीं है.
uh, you are not help dialog box नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है आप लोगों को?
नो सर.
Wait a minute. I think you, as you say,
यस
one
सर
of you,
विजिबल.
Yeah, as you one of you say that it is visible, that's why I'll start that. Okay. Anyway, just after opening a MATLAB, just I'll go on to the help, and just in the help I write a filter. So in the filter, various options are that I select a 1D filter here, and I'm explaining that the use of this filter command for finding the response, impulse response. We are using this filter command for finding a impulse response and step response. So I'm explaining that how you can use a filter command. So the description is given to you. Filter, this is the syntax of a filter command. Filter in a bracket of BAX. Now what is a B, what is a A, and what is a X, that we are going to explain using a one simple example. So with this example, we are going to design the moving average filter of a vector data. So we are going to finding the average of a vector. Okay, whatever the vector is that, and we are going to find the moving average, means the average of that vector. So here we are going to create a 1 to 100 row vector sinusoidal input. So that we are defining x is my input sine of t. So that is a sinusoidal input, and that is corrupted by the some random noise. We know that in a communication, mainly the nature of the signal is the sinusoidal signals. But whenever we are transmit that signals in the air, particularly in the wireless communication, that signals is mixed up with a sum of a noise. So that noise here that taken as a random signals. So you can see here that is a sine of t, that is your pure information signals, plus sum of a noise that will be a 0.25 magnitude and into some random noise. So we are using a random signals. So rand command is that each and every time that generate random signals, which is not predictable. Random is not predictable. So this is the input we are going to define. Okay. Now we need to take a one of our systems, particularly that moving average systems here. So that the systems here we are going to define in terms of a y of n. So the averaging is that. So averaging means here we are taking that x of n, x n minus n, so on, and below that, that is whatever the size. So you must aware about that when we are going to take a average of 1 to 5. अगर हम 1 to 5 का एवरेज करते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? We are taking addition of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and divide by total size, that will be a 5. Is it right? समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
So same thing is here. We are going to taking a summation in a numerator, and in a denominator we are taking a dividing, that size is that. Okay. So here we assume that the size is 5. Okay, that size is 5. Window size, that is 5. So in uh, denominator, that will be a 5, and the b I'm defining that the function that will be a 1 divided by window size into uh, once is the commands that will be generate a number of 1. How many 1? So that is up to the number of size. So we are taking a 5. So ultimately this generate a 5 ones. Okay. So uh, now let me explain. This will be understood that why it will be a 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Why it will be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2? Is it understood? Why it will be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2? Just put it a window size here in this function. 1 divided by 5. So 1 divided by 5, that will be a 0.2 into 5 ones. This will be a ones. So it will be a 1, 1, 1, 1. How many 1? 5, 1. So the 1 multiply with a 0.2. So I'm getting 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 5 times vector of a 0.2. Is it understood? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so B is defined. that will be a 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Now the A, the denominator defining the rational function. So A is by taking it will be a 1. Okay, so here using a B and A, just we are defining a Y of n. Y of n is my systems. Okay, that is the moving average systems. So in terms of a B and A, just I use this coefficient. It meaning is that that is my system Y of n. Now I'm going to explain that how this function work. How this function work. So now I'm taking y is equals filter b a x. Now already we defined a b, we already defined a, and we already defined x. Everything we define before using a filter function, you must specify all these three things: numerator coefficient, denominator coefficient, and input signal x. After defining all these three things, now now what kind of a output you are getting? So here you can see here that is a plot t comma x. So the t is the time scale that will be defined from minus pi to pi, and x is my input. So the first plot, that is my input. So you can see that this is my input, the sinusoidal signals with some noise, some random signal is also added. So you can see that this kind of a random means that is not a regular sinusoidal signals, that is affected by a noise signals. So this is my input in terms of a blue, in terms of a blue line, that is my input signals. Now actually what we have to do that, now we have to develop a one system. That system remove the noise. That system remove the noise from the input signals. Okay. So now we apply the systems in terms of a filter as we define the systems. That system is a averaging systems. So what we are doing here, we are taking the means the averaging of the successive input signals. So you can see that your output is quite smooth compared to the input. Compared to your input, your output is a quite smooth. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
If you compare both the signals, input and output, input is that will be a blue one and the output is will be a red one. So this is the task. The input signal with the information signals and some noise is added, and we need to develop a one systems. That system pass your information signals and just remove the noise signals. Okay, so that kind of a systems we call that, that is probably we call the low pass filtering. If you know that the low pass filtering, so the low pass filtering means it pass a low frequency signals and it remove all the high frequency noise signals. So same thing here we are doing. We are developing one system which can pass my information signals. Okay. Now, yeah, you can actually, you can see here the same thing. You can also use using a different signals. So here, uh, different example are taken with a different systems. Actually, the first system is a very basic moving average systems, but later on you can see that the systems being a complex one. But still you can find that the compared to your input and output, your filtered data for different kind of a input. First, we are giving a sinusoidal signal. Second one, I'll give it to be like a triangular type of signals. So I'm going to explain that the system is work for each and every types of a signals. Now I think this is an example. It is already given. You can also access from the MATLAB help. But now using this example, we have to develop our systems and we need to find out the impulse response of our systems. Okay. So just I'm moving onto the MATLAB file again, and I'm going to open one of a program that I developed for you for finding an impulse and step response. Is it my program is visible? Program दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I think I explain this program later on. First, I'll simulate this and I'll show you the result of this program. Okay, then I'm going to explain this. So this is program for steps and impulse response. Let run this program. I need to add with this path. Yeah. Okay, so this is the output. Yeah, you can see that. I think the figure file. So I'm keeping both the file in front of you, your program file as well as the figure. In the figure, the upper one that will be impulse response and the lower one that is the step response. Figure दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me explain that how this thing. So I would also like to open the algorithm. जो मैंने algorithm आपको दिखाया था वो algorithm मैं parallelly open कर ले रहा हूँ. So I am trying to show that both the thing in front of you. So you have idea. We develop the program according to our algorithm. ओके आपके स्क्रीन पे दोनों संग में दिख रहे हैं एल्गोरिदम और प्रोग्राम. ओके सो फर्स्ट we need to generate impulse signals. So यहाँ पे मैंने impulse signals देखिए आपके लाइन नंबर 7 में एक impulse signals define किया है IMP. Now how we generate the impulse signals? The impulse signal generate करने के लिए you must know the mathematical expression of a impulse signals. So the mathematical expression of a impulse signals, the impulse signal is 1. Impulse signals कहाँ 1 होता है? At only t is equal 0, okay, or n is equal 0. So you can see that I'll define that at the center it will be a 1, okay, at center it will be a 1, and at the both the side means right hand side and left hand side I use a 1 zeros vector. Okay, so first 20 on a left hand side, zeros 1 comma 20. So that will be a vector of a 20 zeros. Then it will be a 1. Then again I use a zeros 1 comma 10. So again the vector of a 10 zeros. So ultimately, if you want to see the signals, just remove the semicolon from the end. So you can able to see the signals on a command prompt. Command prompt पे ये signals आप देख सकते हो when you run this file. So I remove this semicolon. Okay. What is the next thing? The next thing is that uh, you need to define your system. Okay, so here the system is defined instead of a and b, हमने जो example में देखा था वो a and b से define किया था, but here instead of a and b I'm using a x and y. So you can use any variable, but just care about that the numerator and denominator. Okay, so the b and a, so wherever the b is my x and the a is my y. So I'm defining 1 1, that is for a B, and for A that will be a 1 and 0.7. You can use any systems. Okay, uh, better to use a very simple system so you have an idea. Okay, later on you can also change it that. Okay, after defining a system, the next step is that uh, now the system is defined, input is also defined. Now you need to find the output. So for the output, as I explained that we are going to use a filter function. So here filter x comma y, we already defined this x and y in terms of a systems, a comma impulse. So impulse is my input. So here we are going to use a ready-made function filter, which I already explained before this. Okay. So what you getting? You are getting in terms of h, and h is that the system output, filter output. वो जो noise था वो noise remove करके हमको output मिलेगा. That is my h. Okay. Now the next step is that we are going to plot that. We are going to plot that responses. So for plotting that responses, I am using a stem command, but before the stem command, I'm using a subplot command because we are going to define two plot on a same graph. Okay, so I'm using a subplot. The size of subplot that will be a 2 comma 1 comma 1. So the meaning is that that will be a 2 row 1 column. Okay, 2 row 1 column, and the position is the first position. So this is the syntax of a subplot: number of row, number of column, and the position. So 2 row 1 column, first position. In the first position we are going to graph or plot a graph using a stem function, stem n comma h. So what is the n? N is your time or number of samples. So as we define minus pi to pi in a example, here I'm going to define some finite value in, it will be start from minus 20 to 10. Okay, because first we take a 20 zeros. So it will be from minus 20. Start from minus 20. Okay, because first we'll take a first 20 zeros. Then it will be a 1. Okay. Then we are going to take a next 10 zeros. So the limit is that minus 10 to 10. This must be understood. Why it will be from minus 20 to 10? Because we are defining the size of this, the signal, impulse signals, that size is that how much size? 20 plus 10 plus 1. So 31 sample is that. Total 31 sample is that. Okay. So the n is that is the number of samples, and h, that whatever the output we are getting from the filter function, that is my h. If you want to अगर आपको h देखना है, so h भी हम इस तरह से क्या करेंगे, रिमूव कर देंगे. Okay, then just a stem and h, you can use a title and label, x label, y label. राइट नाउ मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, इसको कमेंट में रख दे रहा हूँ. जस्ट हम एक इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स पहले करके देखते हैं. ये मैंने कमेंट कर दिया. ओके, पूरा स्टेप रिस्पॉन्स अभी मैंने कमेंट कर दिया है. जस्ट वी सिमुलेट द प्रोग्राम ओनली फॉर अ इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. Okay, so you can see that ये मैंने स्टेप रिस्पॉन्स पूरा कमेंट कर दिया है. यू कैन सी दैट द सबप्लॉट 2 रो 1 column position is the first. So at the first position you are getting an impulse response. I'm using a title impulse response. X label you can see the samples, Y label you can see amplitude. Okay, and this is the stem N comma H. So you can first see that a 20 0 on the left hand sides. On a left hand side you can see the 20 zeros. Okay, then this is the actual impulse response of your systems. Now you can also see, suppose this is a graphical way. Suppose you want to see that what is the actual output. So you can go on to the command prompt. Command prompt पे जाके देख सकते हो. Just I am switching to the command prompt. I am closing this help. Help को मैं बंद कर दे रहा हूँ. Yeah, you can see that the command window is that. If you want to, you can. Yeah. दिख रहा है कमांड विंडो, आपका कमांड विंडो बिलो योर प्रोग्राम. नाउ आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो जितने मैंने सेमीकोलन निकाल दिए थे. ओके, आई रिमूव द सेमीकोलन from impulse in the program, so you can see that the impulse signals. So आप ये impulse signals देख सकते हो 20 zeros, then it will be a 1 and again 0. ओके, जो आपने ग्राफिकली देखा वो सेम impulse signals mathematically generate हुआ है यहाँ पे. You can also check that whatever your output in terms of h. So यहाँ पे आप output h देख सकते हो. Okay, it will be a 1. So it should be match. ये किसके संग मैच होना चाहिए? आपका जो ग्राफ है उसके संग मैच होना चाहिए. So you can also एक फिगर यहाँ से भी देख सकते हो. Yeah, it should be match with this 1 1, then it will be a 0.3, 0.3, 0.21, 0.10. Okay. Are you able to compare? दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Now I'm going to define the impulse response. Just a minute. Sorry, impulse. Now we are going to define the step response. So step response जो मैंने कमेंट कर दिया है वो इसको मैं अब फिर से yeah. So this green one, that is the program for a step response. Now let me explain. First uncomment, let me uncomment that. So you can select it and you can uncomment. So the whole portion will be uncommented. Okay. Now अगर impulse समझ में आ गया है, then step will be very easy. Nothing, we have to just change my input signal from impulse signals to the step signals. So first I'm going to define my step signal, that is the STP, step signal. Step signal, mathematical expression of a step signal, that is a u of t is 1 for t greater than equals 0. Okay, means all the positive sides is 1, negative sides is 0. So same thing is here we are going to, we are using the zeros for negative sides 1, 11, and all the ones 1 to 20, that is for positive sides. Okay, so this is the step signal. अगर आपको देखना है step signal, so you can just remove the semicolon. So you can see the step signal on a command prompt. So first I'll generate a step signals as we generate an impulse signal. Okay, then I'm going to use the same filter, same command, same system. My system is the same system. System is not changed. So I'm using the same coefficient x and y. Just I'm changing my input from impulse to steps. From impulse to steps. Now I'm going to apply a step signal as an input. Okay, the step signal as the input. So whatever the H1 you are getting, H is your the output for a impulse response. H1 is output for your step response, because I am applying a step signal to the system. Okay, so अगर आपको H1 देखना है, you can also remove semicolon from the H1 filter command. Okay, then now I'm plotting. The next step is that plot. So I'm using again subplot. Now the position is changed 2, 1, 2. So the position will be a second position, and I'm using a stem n, h1 instead of h. Now h1. What is the h1? H1 is my output of a step signal. You can use the title step response, samples, and amplitude. Again I am going to run this. इसको हम रन करेंगे. Now you can see both the responses, impulse as well as the steps. Okay. अगर आपको कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट पे वैल्यू देखनी है तो क्या करना होगा? You need to just stretch out this. Okay. Now you can see the value on the command prompt also. Sorry. Yeah. कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट पे वैल्यू आप देख सकते हो. स्टेप सिग्नल्स, पहले स्टेप सिग्नल्स देख लो. You can see the step signals. This is negative sides, all zeros, and this is positive sides, all 1. So this is my step signals. Okay, it will be a 1. U of t is 1, for t greater than equal 0. So this will be a from greater than equal 0, all are 1. So first we generated the step signals, and this step signals we apply to the filter commands. So the filter commands produce the output, that is, this is the output. Okay. And this, for this output, this figure is that, so you can just compare some of the samples. It will be a 1. So you can compare this sample, that will be a 1, 1.3, then 1.09, so on. So this is the step response of the system. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in the programs or any difficulty to understanding the step response and impulse response? Another one thing I need to concentrate. This is the practical part. This is the practical part. But अगर आपको theoretical part means the same systems को mathematically solve करना है, then how to find that? I'll check that. If I have the solution, I will show you that. Wait a minute. I'll check. If it will be, I will show you. Wait a minute. It's difficult for us also to. I'll take a screenshot because I'll first and I'll attach in the mail. So I'm opening the mail and I will show you that. Yeah. Okay, this way you can also solve. This is it is visible. दिख रहा है ये आपको?
Yes, sir.
So यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया है कि how you can solve mathematically, theoretically, using a paper and pen, and then you can compare with whatever you are getting with a MATLAB. So first, here I need to define the system. So the system you are defining in terms of a numerator and denominator. So I'll take that for sake of a simplicity. I'll take that will be a 1, 1, 1. So इसका meaning होगा numerator में आपका 1 है, denominators में it will be a 1, 1. So denominators में आपका function आएगा that will be s plus 1. First order system. Okay. First order systems 1 plus 1. So s plus 1. So this is the coefficient of s. This is the constant 1. So आपका transfer function क्या हुआ? आपका system का function क्या हुआ? It will be a 1 divided by s plus 1. Now ये आपका system है. ये आपका system है. So if you know that simple यहाँ पे Laplace apply किया है मैंने, so I can use this as a y of s by x of s. So my y of s is 1 by s plus 1 into x of s. अब x of s that is your Laplace of your input. अब input यहाँ पे क्या लेना है? So if I'll take a input that will be for step signals. So step signal is a 1. So you must aware about that the Laplace of 1 ka Laplace 1 by s hoga. So that's why here I'll put it that 1 by s. And again, now I'm going to use a partial fraction method and I'm try to simplify or try to find out the residues a and b. So this is a partial fraction method in the mathematics. You need to find out the residues a and b. So a and b is find it, then I'll put it this value a and b, and I'm getting that the output y of t. This is I called a step response 1 minus e raised to minus t. So as you can say that in as t tends to infinite, okay, you'll start from the 0. Suppose it will be a 0. So e raised to 0. So it will be a 0. So it will be a 1. So it will be finally t tends to infinite. So it's reach to the 1. Okay, 1 tak पहुंचेगा final value. So this is the step response. अगर आप देखना चाहो यही सिस्टम अप्लाई करना है आपको 1 1. सो मैटलैब में आप ये भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो. लेट वी चेंज दिस. अगर हम ये चेंज कर देंगे आपके जो न्यूमरेटर डिनोमिनेटर कोएफिशिएंट है वो हम चेंज कर देंगे. आई यूज अ 1 एंड 1. ओके, मैंने सिस्टम्स को चेंज कर दिया. ओके, now you can see that this is your impulse and step response for the entered sim. दिख रहा है आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, this way you can change the system, any system as per your यहाँ पे आप सेकंड ऑर्डर सिस्टम्स अगर डालना चाहो तो सेकंड ऑर्डर सिस्टम्स भी डाल सकते हो. कोएफिशिएंट बढ़ जाएगा. सेकंड ऑर्डर मींस s square. So it will be a s square plus s plus 1. So the systems becomes a complex, still complex systems. So that's it from my end. If you have any doubt, any question, you can raise or you can ask. I tried to explain um, using a theory part as well as a MATLAB part. I would like to ask that this impulse and step response is completed in the theory or not. If it will be completed, then it will be a better idea. Or you can also solve theoretically also. It is done or not? Left.
Left, sir.
Left. Okay. Anyway, I think this thing is also helpful to you. As I show you that on the paper. This way, if in the theory is left, then this part is you are not able to understood. That's why I also explain by taking. This is actually I'll solve in the notebook and I'll take a photographs and I'm presenting in front of you. But you can use this MATLAB program filter function. I'll put this program for you for your reference. You can use this program. ये मैं MS Team में रख दूंगा. Now another one thing is that I need to also talk about that. आप लोगों ने फाइल्स अभी तक बनाया है नहीं बनाया है?
No, sir.
So it is a required. So I'm just showing the manual. Okay, just a minute. ओके इस तरह से एक मैनुअल्स भी आपको प्रिपेयर करना है. इसका कॉपी मैं रख दूंगा. बट आपके एंड से आपका प्रोग्राम और उसका आउटपुट होना चाहिए. तो अभी तक हमने 5-6 जो भी प्रोग्राम्स किए हैं, आई विल पुट इट दैट दिस इज द इंडेक्स एंड लिस्ट ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट. Till now we generate a different signals using a MATLAB. We perform the operation on the signals. We also perform the sampling theorems also we do convolution we also do, and today we do impulse and step response. So I think
Sir?
up to yes.
सर सैम्पलिंग में तो हमने खाली डिस्कशन में सैम्पलिंग और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन देखा था. उसका अभी तक लैब में मतलब वो वी लैब पे हमने जो देखा था वही करना है.
Yes, sampling and reconstruction. Again repeat. क्या बोल
Sir,
रहे हैं आप? हाँ.
Sir, we only discuss about sampling and reconstruction. We didn't try to.
नहीं किया है सैम्पलिंग रिकंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं किया आप लोगों ने?
No, sir.
ओके सो आई मुझे लगा कि हो गया है. नो प्रॉब्लम. नेक्स्ट टाइम हम सैम्पलिंग और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन ले लेंगे. नो प्रॉब्लम. कन्वोल्यूशन आई थिंक मुझे याद है कन्वोल्यूशन तो लास्ट टाइम हमने लिया था.
सर हमने सैम्पलिंग और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन डिस्कस कर लिया था पर.
अच्छा कर लिया था, डिस्कस कर लिया था.
हाँ, उसका बाकी है.
प्रैक्टिकल्स नहीं किया है.
यस सर.
ओके एनीवे नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं आपको सैम्पलिंग और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन भी दिखा दूंगा. बट ये आपको प्रिपेयर करना है आपके एंड से. मीन्स ये मैनुअल्स तो मैं शेयर कर दूंगा, उसमें थियरी पार्ट्स रहेगा. बट आपका टास्क ये होगा कि उसका प्रोग्राम्स और आउटपुट आपको अपने खुद के लगाने हैं. इट्स शुड बी योर ओन. आपका खुद का प्रोग्राम होना चाहिए, वो कॉपी नहीं होना चाहिए.
यस
मीन्स हर एक का अलग प्रोग्राम्स होगा, वो कॉपी नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके सो ये फॉर योर रेफरेंस. नाउ इट्स अ वेरी हाई टाइम बिकॉज आफ्टर 2-3 turns you are busy with your submission or your external exam. So I think this is the right time to start preparing a manual. Okay. I'll put the copy of this in MS Team for your reference. Okay, so that's it from my side. Anything else from your side? Any doubt or any questions?
No, sir, not up till now.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, 33, your voice is, again repeat, what are you saying? 33?
एग्जाम कब होगी?
मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? Anybody can able to listen? सुनाई दे रहा है?
No, sir, his voice is breaking to us as well.
Yes, yes. Number 33, your voice is not clear.
हेलो सर,
Yes, yes. बोलिए.
सर एक्सटर्नल एग्जाम कब होगी?
We actually it is yet not decided, but you are in a GTU streams. So GTU का तो आप लोगों को पता है कि जस्ट सर्कुलर कभी भी आ सकता है और सर्कुलर आने के एक वीक या वो ज़्यादा टाइम भी नहीं देते हैं. सो यू मस्ट बी प्रिपेयर लाइक दैट वे. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम जो मान रहे हैं मीन्स अप्रैल एंड इट्स इनफ. अप्रैल एंड क्योंकि आपका सेमेस्टर दिसंबर में बीच में ब्रेक हुआ था, बट इट विल बी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द दिसंबर से चल रहा है. सो यू मस्ट एक्सपेक्ट दैट आपको अप्रैल एंड तक GTU का सर्कुलर आ सकता है.
यस सर.
Sir, the estimated date is like in the second week of May, but it's not confirmed yet.
या ये GTU का तो क्या है कि कभी भी वो सर्कुलर आ जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
और हाँ, सो
Yes, sir.
आपको प्रिपेयर रखना है अपने हिसाब से. आपको पता है कि GTU का कभी भी आए, आपके हिसाब से आपको प्रिपरेशन कंप्लीट करके रखनी है. दैट्स व्हाई वी
Yes.
आर नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स वी आर प्लानिंग दैट अबाउट टू फिनिश दिस. Our planning that till April end we finish all the syllabus. Okay. Anything else?
No sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll take attendance. 33.
Present sir.
34.
Present, sir.
35.
Present sir.
6.
Present sir.
7. 8.
Present sir.
9. 40. 41. 2.
Present sir. 42.
3. 43.
43 present, sir.
Yes. 44. 5.
Present, sir.
6.
Present sir.
7.
Present sir.
Okay, so I'll end the lab session here. I'll also put this copy as in MS Team, so you start preparing a manual and explore the remaining thing at your end also. Okay, bye bye. You can
Thank you,
leave
sir.
one by
Thank
one.
you sir.